I've spent $9,062 on Whiteout Survival, and today is day 72, and this is a high value day. There's so much to do, in fact, right now, I don't even know where to start. So let's just start getting into it. I've got some games to play. I'm going to show you how I'm doing there. I got some events to review. There's some new pets. There's just so much to do on the account. This is probably going to be a long one. I'm going to do my best to edit it, but feel free to skip around. I'll try to add chapters so it's easy to find the content. I'm going to play the mini games last because that's just for fun, but let me go through the spending first. And the first thing that is the most obvious spending that's come up here is Kasia's Wish House. So I did some math. I looked through, like Tone's guides and stuff like this. I have decided where I'm going to try to hit is I've planned out a hit for the 600 point mark. So that's what I'm going to try to hit. Unfortunately, the value there isn't as good as similar advanced states. We only get 10 here, but some states get 15. So I'm kind of missing out on 5 mithril, but that's the reason I'm getting these. This is for the mithril. Mithril is an option here, and that's the only thing that people use these for. So I'm going to try to hit the 600, and I'm going to plan for that. And then, what you get in the shop really depends on how lucky you get. But I think the smart thing for me to do is actually get the mithril, but I'm really tempted to go for charm guides and fire crystals as well. So tell me in the comments what you think the best play is, but I think everyone's pretty much going to say get all the mithril you can, because that's every time I ask, that's what everybody says. And from what I understand, this is really high value shop as well. And I'll also, I'll go through the commission stuff. But as far as the spending, the reason I need to do the spending is we also have, this is kind of intertwined, so I'm kind of jumping in the middle here, but I have to do some spending for the Alliance mobilization task as well. So let's do the spending here in Kasia's Wish House first, and then I'll clear that Alliance mobilization and see if I can pick up another. I've decided what's best for me is I'm going to spend up to the $50 mark for 4 days, and then up to the $20 mark for the rest of the 5 days. And I think that'll get me a little bit over 600. Now, the reason I'm doing that is if you look at some other guides, while it's true that if you wanted to get purely land on that 600 mark, you can start poking around and getting the different things. I've talked before about the VIP value. And for me, it's like more important for me to also get VIP points. So by doing it this way, yes, I'll be a little bit over the spend, what I need to get to the 600 point. So there's a little inefficiency. And if I only wanted to get to that $600 chest or 600 point chest, I'm probably spending a little bit too much, but I'm picking up an efficient VIP spend along the way. So for me, that's worth it. Oh, I'm going to start with, nope. So let me start with the $50 pack because, see, I have this Alliance mobilization. So that's 25, 35, 40. And now I'll go pick up some other ones that I saw. So again, I'm going to unfortunately have to hop around a little bit tonight. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to come over to, let's see, I'll pick up the special pet deals, I think. Because we unlocked new pets tonight, and last time I passed on these, and I'm doing a bunch of spending today. This is good VIP value. And, it's not like these are, super hard to find in the wild, but playing as a whale, it's a $5 spend towards VIP. I figure, why not? I'll pick these up. Now I need one more 2,500. So I think there's a $5 pack over here that I can buy. Probably, yep, the mix and match. And I think I'm just going to do this with fire crystals because we're going to need that for, we're doing SVS prep and we're going to need the fire crystals. I haven't been doing anything with fire crystals because I've been waiting. So, and it's a $5 VIP spend. So good. So we got the Alliance mobilization task there. So now let me pick up another Alliance mobilization task. And I'm going to come in and grab the top off for 200% because I get 2 days to do it. So if I can't do it all tonight, then I'll finish it off tomorrow. And then I do want to make sure I do the gems one on Gems Day. All right, so now before I do any more spending, at least I have the top off activated. I'm not going to be able to do a lot with these other competitions, unfortunately, because we're trying to save for SVS prep. So the only thing I'm doing is miscellaneous things that I don't think are going to affect SVS prep or just kind of give me bare minimum rewards and points. So if we go to Kasia's Wish House, I did finish off all these ones for today. So that's my up to $50 spend for this day. And now the other thing I'm going to do, the recommendation I was given, is I kind of overlooked the value of this spring celebration pack. The thing is, I am going to get a lot of these frost jades from gems, from the gem spending, because I'm going to push towards VIP 12 by the end of this week. But there are a bunch of, look, there's fire crystals and lucky hero gear chests in here as well. And, you know, the VIP spend gets less and less efficient, but this is actually a decent value at, you know, 3,000%. And the frost jades give me more chances to get the, you know, to like, you know, land on the leaderboard and get the permanent city skin. So I'm going to buy these as well. At least up to the $50 mark. But you know what? I'm going to go ahead and do this all the way to 100 because I want those fire crystals. When it comes time to use the fire crystals, I want to be in a position where I can really, you know, press that hard and fast. Ooh, I went over my alliance mobilization. I was talking to you. See, this is the thing. I record everything, mistakes and all. So I should have done that backwards. But it is what it is. Let's see if there's any other mobilization tasks to pick up. Because I do have a little bit other spending I can do. I could do another 120 custom one today. I'll grab another one of these. So now let's see the other spending. We've got the custom pet chest, which from what I understand, the strengthening serum is the hard thing to get. So I'm going to grab some more strengthening serum from these. I do have some advanced wild marks ready. Last time what I did is 2 of these and 1 of these. So I think I'll do the same ratio here. I don't have a lot of those at all though. I'm going to go for 3 of those and I'll just grab that. All right. And then the gear. I need a total of 24 more Gen 2 widgets. And I would like to be in a position to use these in SVS when the time comes. So there's 5. There's 15. I think that's 15. By the time I do that, I should be able to get the rest through the other shop. And now let me take care of the daily deals. I'm going to grab this as well. Trying to watch the Alliance mobilization task so I don't go over the top again. While I'm doing purchasing for the top off, I'm going to grab another fire crystal weekly card there. And then some people want to see me do these. I'm not ready to do that yet. I got so much other spending to do. This is going to be such a big spending night. I'm not ready to do the other weekly cards just yet. I feel like the value will get better over time than what's here right now. And I'll just have to play a little catch up on those. And I'm going to do the fire crystal pack as well. Oh, I did the wrong one. Well, you saw another mistake. I didn't want to grab that fire crystal pack out of the weekly shop. That was the wrong one. But all right, it was only $5 and it's fine for VIP spend. That's fine. And the mithril is still didn't. Oh, I did. So this did reset as well. So maybe that was okay. So that's the $5 weekly purchase for the mithril. And that's all I'm doing on that. All right. So I need 30,000 more for the Alliance mobilization. So I think what I'm going to do for that is because I was planning on doing this anyways. This is kind of like a little bit for VIP efficiency, even though I'm doing a bunch of spending tonight, but a little bit for VIP efficiency, a little bit because these are kind of unique value items. So I'm going to buy up to the $20 amount on both of these. That'll give me on this one and the custom pet chest, and that will give me the 30,000 I need for Alliance mobilization. So I am going to go with fire crystals again. You know, some people are like, I mean, speed ups are speed ups. Those will be helpful as well for construction. But I feel like I can get those in lots of other ways, and I do have quite a bit already. The fire crystals will come over time, but I'm not going to have time. When we get to SVS prep, I want to be able to have them ready to go. And the sooner I can get to FC3 and get those troops, the better. So this is the plan right now. So I'm going to And then for these, I'm going to stick with this same ratio where I do 2. Feels like that's probably the right ratio there. 2 of the advancement materials and 1 of the advanced wild marks. And I'll do the same on this one. All right, so that takes care of that alliance mobilization task. And now that leaves me with the Spring Celebration Pack 7. This is not the most efficient purchase, unfortunately, but it does come with a bunch of Frost Jade and a bunch of Lucky Hero Gear chests. So, you know, I think there's residual value here, essentially. Not only is there the value of the pack, but then the, you know, maybe those Frost Jades will turn into something useful. So first, let me see if I can pick up another alliance mobilization. There we go. Grab another one of those. And now, grab one of these. And I think we're good for that right now. And I'll have to see if I end up spending gems, maybe I'll come in here and I'll grab a gem spending one, but I definitely want to have some gem spending for tomorrow. So here's where we sit for now, after that spending. And now that should be all the spending I intend to do tonight. So, you know, you can do more of these, but I'm not going to do more of them. Before I get into the other special events tonight, somebody was asking me, you know, to try to figure out when our next SVS prep was going to be, because I guess we're on a little bit of a different schedule. And if there is any sign of, you know, the matchmaking process, it should be here. I don't see it. I mean, Friday is here, and as I understood, the Friday is where the matchmaking happens. But this is armament competition. I don't know if that's an indication that we're going to have SVS prep coming up or not. I guess soon enough we're going to find out, but if anybody knows a way to figure that out in advance, that would be great. The other thing I wanted to show in the events, is it in events? No, it's in the deals, I think. In the deals, we have Tundra Trade. Oh, I forgot about Tundra Trading Station. Let's do that quick. So, Tundra Trading Station. I already have Zinman maxed out, so convert all those. I already have Molly maxed out, so convert all those. I already have Geronimo maxed out, so let me make sure. Yep, so convert all those. So Geronimo maxed out, because I'm doing 2 accounts now. I just want to make absolutely sure I saw it with my own 2 eyes before I got rid of those shards. All right. Now, the expedition or the exploration manuals for anything other than SSR, I'm not going to need them for Arena. So, you know, and I'm not going to need them for anything really. So, all the exploration manuals for these heroes, I'm not going to need. Like, I don't need to max them just for anything. I'd rather just have the tickets. Yeah, it's a rare item, fine. And then Gina's maxed out, so I don't need the Gina shards. And again, I don't need exploration manuals for anybody but SSR heroes. So there we go. Now we go to the Tundra Trading Shop. The question is, well, I can get 2 Mithril. Again, everybody tells me Mithril's always the right answer. So I'm going to grab the 2 Mithril there. And then the question is, what else do I want to spend them on? Now, I said I need 24. I need a total of 75 of these. So, because I need to bring, let's go through that quick. I want to bring Alonso's gear up twice, which would be 30 and 35, so that's 65. And then I want to bring up Flint's gear once, just to have him unlocked at level 2. And that'll be 10. So that's a total of 75 I need. If we come back here, I have right now 66 of them. So if I were to grab 9 of them, I'd have everything I need. And that looks like it's actually a decent deal. know I can get them through the mystery shop as well. Let me just take a look. I think it's called the mystery shop. I mean, there are other things here that are high value as well, but you know, these charm guides would be nice to have as well. But this is kind of like short term, and I'm you know, I have other opportunities to get charm guides as well. So I think this is the right move for me at the point I'm in right now, and that's actually a good deal on these. So that will give me all the widgets I need for Season 2 heroes for now. And then we have 2,000 left. I think I'll grab as many charm guides as I can. It's tempting to get some of this other stuff, but I know the other stuff I'll pick up in other ways. The charm guides and some, you know, the charm guides are a little bit harder to come by. There are certain events to give them, of course, but like, I feel like that's the best move for the power on the account. Okay, so that's the Tundra trading station for me. All right, now what I was trying to get to is we open up a new event, Deadshot, where you basically shoot at the targets and you try to unlock. So what you're trying to do is get as many upgrades as you can. Oh man, I got a key right out the gate. All right, what you want to try to do is upgrade it as many times, avoid the keys as much as possible, because as you upgrade it, the rewards get better, essentially. So as you upgrade it, you know, better rewards. And if you can upgrade it and plus it before you unlock the 2 keys like I just did, then you get better, you know, better stuff. Although I got kind of lucky there. That's not too bad. Let's try it again. Let's see if my luck is a little different. I did okay. Oh, come on. You don't want the keys until the very end. That's the best way to play this. But it's all just random luck. So the more you can upgrade it, that's pretty good. The more you can upgrade it and plus it up before you find the keys, the better. All right. Well, that's still not too bad. All right, not bad. All right, I'm gonna try one more time. That's not as good a luck as I've had before. Oh my God, are you kidding me? Let's just cover all the corners then. Why not? Jesus. Oh, my luck. All right. We're gonna try this one more time because I can't leave on a bad note. If I get a key over here one more time, all right. The corners are full of keys for me. It all is just random luck though. All right. Come on, no key. Ah, darn. Okay, so you get the idea. This is kind of a fun little side game. Oh, I got a little fire crystal too. So I'll continue playing that out. Fun little side game. Speaking of fun little side games, if we go to Gilded Jade, this is a fun little, this Pot of Fortune. I think I'm almost pretty much done with all the adventures, because as far as I can tell, you just finish off these seasonal missions and then you're done with this game. But you do the daily missions to get it. But all you do is make sure that you, let me concentrate for a second here. Just make sure you hit it in the yellow zone. It's a little different playing on my phone from my iPad, but gotta kind of get an idea for the pace of each one. The pace is a little different on each one. I like going for the second one because it gives me a chance to kind of see what the pace is before I have to make a decision right away. All right. And with a little practice, it's not too hard to get a perfect score every time. So there we go. That's a fun little side event. Get some skin tokens for it. I'll continue to play that out. It's a fun little side mission, and what you want to do is just max out the points. All right, now, Symphony of the New Year. Unfortunately, I realized I'm not going to be able to finish this off because it requires construction in the center, and the only thing I can do right now is use fire crystals, and we're saving for SVS prep, so we can't do that. Speaking of which, let me tell you a little quick drama quick. We found out if you think you can get away with using fire crystals and nobody finding out about it, you're wrong, because depending on who you are, actually, but me and the other whale were at the top of this list, and all of a sudden, we noticed 2 people that are above us. How did you get above us and still have F30? You used fire crystals. So this is some drama going on in our state right now, because that's, aside from the points lost from SVS prep, now we're going to get matched based on fire crystal usage, and that's some drama in and of itself that we're dealing with now. So that's fun. All right, so working from right to left now, of course, the Jade quest is the real place I'm going to shine here is uses of gems. The rest of the stuff I'm just trying to do more organically. I don't want to use too much because, again, we do want to try to conserve as much for SVS prep. But I did qualify for the top off benefits now. So now I have this permanent March skin as well, which is nice. And that'll go along with, if I manage to get the permanent city skin, but even if not, it'll go along with my Dragon's Blessing city skin quite nicely. And then King of Spring. So King of Spring, about the only thing I'm going to be able to do, I mean, of course, I'll get some points kind of organically here, but we're trying not to burn too much stamina. So I'm going to just get whatever I can organically. Where I'm really going to shine here is on the Gems Day, and that's about all I can push for this event. But it would be nice to get this because I want to be able to get the permanent frame, but that only requires top 25. So hopefully I can just land in the top 25 by the gem usage alone. We'll see how that runs, but I'm trying to do what's best for the state here and do the SVS prep, so I can't push for this too hard like I might be inclined to normally. And then Kasia's Wish House. So we do have a bunch of wishes, right, that we bought tonight. I guess I'll do a couple rounds. Maybe I think what I'd rather do is save them for a day where, I do a bunch of them, but I can do a bunch of them now. So I'll just do a bunch of them now just to get a little playtime on it. All right. Hey, I can use, this is all good stuff. But I didn't get any of the dream marks. No dream marks. Oh, I got some dream marks. All right, fire crystals. Let me bump that up to 20. Oh, all right. All right, 200. 200 dream marks. Oh, and 100, so that's nice. And put this back down to 10. All right, now we get the guaranteed wish. 200. All right. Well, I don't know. I don't know if the stats are, for me or against me there, but it certainly comes with a lot of... Now I know why people like this event, because there's certainly a lot of high value items there. So I'll continue to save these... where is the amounts up here, all the way up the top. So I've got 600 now, but I'll continue to save those, see what I can get to. It is a luck-based event, unfortunately, so I'm going to wait until kind of the end to see what I ended up getting, and then I'll make a decision. But it's most likely decision is going to be as many mithrils as I can get, and then probably fire crystals, but maybe lucky hero gear chests or essence stones, because I feel like I'm going to need a lot more of those when it comes time to start pressing the gear during SVS prep as well. All right. Finally, we have Attack in the Nian. The way I'm going to do this is I'm going to wait till the jackpot gets at least until like 12K, maybe 13K. Then I'll do as many whacks as I can within a certain amount of time. And I'm going to save some of these. Maybe I'll do the rest of them on a live towards the end of the week or something, because I'm going to get a bunch of them from the gem spending as well. I've already got a bunch from the spending I've done tonight, and I'm going to do way more than what I need for the 300. But at least for tonight during this recording, I'm going to at least do up to the 300, and then we'll see if in that time I'm able to, how many times I'm able to get the king, and if I happen to get lucky and, get the jackpot. let's see. All right, we're floating past 13,000. So let me load this up with a bunch of wax. Let's see. How about 25? Oh, we got the king. That was nice. Nine wax at the king, but nothing. All right, let's load up another bunch. Man. I mean, the speed ups are nice, but oh, got the king again. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. That's what's normal. 3 is the norm. Yeah, the hero XP is what I would like normally, but I've kind of got most people. Oh, got the king again. We're still at 14,000. 4, 5, 6, 7. Nice. All right, 7 wax, but still no prize. I know it's very, very rare, but if it happens, I'd like to catch it on camera. We're still at 14,000. So let this keep on going. Oh, all right. I'll load up some more. A little annoying when the number's so big, but all right. Take the lucky strikes, and the number's floating up. Almost at 15,000 now. Usually by the time it gets to 16,000, somebody hits it. Yeah, all right, got the king again. 1, 2, 3. Oh, only 3. That's all you get. Let's get through the Flamehorn Nian. We're at 15,000 still, trying to keep an eye on that, so I can stop it if it hits, somebody hits it. Come on, give me the king. No king yet. All right, load up some more. Oh, got the king. There we go. 2, 3. Just 3 again. What we need is the jackpot. That's what we need. I'm glad nobody hit the jackpot last night. Every time I went to go do this last night, somebody kept hitting the jackpot as I was just when I started recording. Now we're at 16K. So now it's likely that somebody's going to hit it soon. It'd be nice if that was me, but it'd be very unlikely. Come on, give me the king. Ah, no king. Somebody's gonna hit that any minute now. Oh, got the king. Come on. Come on. 2, 3, just 3. Oh, God. Come on. Give me the king again before somebody gets it. All right, we got the king. Come on. 1, 2, 3. Oh, no. It's at 17,000. I'm going to do them by hand now because it's likely that somebody's going to hit this. Give me the king. All right, we got the king. 1, 2. Come on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 and no treasure yet. Give me the king. Oh. It's at 17, almost 18,000. I don't think I've ever seen it this high. Somebody's going to get a nice jackpot. 18,000. I have never seen it this high. Usually it pops by the time it gets around 16,000. And still I'm not getting the king. What luck. All right, come on. Oh, only 3 whacks. $18.5. I need the king to come out if I'm going to win the jackpot. I'm way over my 300. But, oh, somebody finally hit it. All right. Just get rid of that Nian. And I'll leave that for tomorrow. Well, that wasn't a bad run. I got my 300 for the day. I didn't win the jackpot, but it's very, very hard to hit. In fact, I've heard people say that they've been playing the game for like 2 or 3 years and they've only hit it once ever and never hit it again. So it's a fun game to play. That's enough of the Nian for tonight, but make sure you give me a like and subscribe and turn on notifications because I do go live every now and then. I think I'm going to save up a bunch of this and because I'm going to have a bunch when I do the gem day. I'm going to save up a bunch of the Nians and just do like a vibe session where I just do the rest of the Nian attacks. And Casia's Wish House, that I'll probably burn through organically in the videos, but the attack of the Nian, I'm going to do a live towards the end of the week, I think. And because that's just going to be a whole bunch of these frost jades. What I'll do is in the recordings, I'll just do enough to open up the chest, and then I'll save the rest for like a live where we'll just do a vibe session and I'll do the rest of the attack of the Nian. So do watch out for that. Thank you for joining, and until next time, I'll see you later.